In the first podium spot for the women. There's my cat joining us. What is up, guys? Like I said, UTMB week is upon us. We've done the men's preview already, so that only leaves us one thing left. We're gonna go ahead and do our women's preview today, so let's dive right in. All right, guys, so it's time to take a look at the women's UTMB race for this year. So the way I kind of see this race playing out, I think it's going to be a really competitive race. I think that the ladies' field is actually extremely deep, and with some of the ladies who have had to pull out over the last few days or few weeks, I think that it's going to be a really, really close race. As far as who's going to take the lead early and things like that, it's really hard to tell, but I do see one lady trying to break away early, and I see a lot of other ladies really working their way up the field, to come in with high places. So I think one person will try and make a breakaway move fairly early in the race and really end up kind of coming back to the field and it really being a battle late in the race. So, as close as this field is, I think that it's really tough to really determine how this race is going to pan out. So that leaves me really excited to kind of watch, follow along, and ultimately kind of see how this race does play out because it is a really, really close field. So let's go ahead and let's dive right into my top 5 picks here. In 5th place, I have Spain's Teresa Nemes. She finished 11th at UTMB last year. She was 3rd at CCC in 2016. She was the TDS champ in 2014. She's got a lot of experience on this course. I really see her having a good race this weekend, and I see her kind of moving through the field and finishing in the top 5. In 4th, I've got Juliette Blanchette of France. She did DNF at last year's UTMB. She came off of a tough 2017 with last year's DNF, and she was 3rd at this year's Madeira Island Ultra Trail. So, I think she's in top shape. I really see her having a good race and finishing up in the top 5 there again. So she's someone to really watch out for too. She's run well on this course before, finishing 4th at UTMB in 2016. I think she's really got the potential to finish up on the podium. I've got her finishing just short in 4th place. In 3rd place, and the first podium spot for the women, I have the US's Claire Gallagher. Now, Claire could easily win this thing. I think that all of these top 5 women are close and more than capable of winning this race. She was absolutely dominant at last year's CCC. She followed it up with a 2nd place finish at the North Face Endurance Challenge in California. She's in top shape. I think she's really ready to go. I think she finishes on the podium, and I really think she's got a legitimate shot at winning this thing. And your runner-up that I have this year is the US's Magdalena Boulet. She's an experienced veteran. I think she has a really good race this year, works her way up the field, is very patient. She was 8th at UTMB in 2016. She was 2nd in the CCC in 2015. She won Marathon des Sables just recently. I think she's in top shape. I think her experience will help her in this race. Being able to work through a hard, tough race like this in a really competitive field. I think Magdalena could easily win this thing. I've got her coming up just short in 2nd, but putting 2 US women on the podium, which would leave me super stoked. And the lady that I'm predicting to win the 2018 UTMB is Sweden's Mimi Katka. She won TDS last year. She won CCC in 2016. She's obviously a tremendous runner. My only concern and hesitation with this is that this is her 100-mile debut. I've kind of thrown those cautions to the wind because she's got a ton of experience in these mountains, in these big races. I think that with the people that have dropped, she's got to be probably the odds-on favorite, and I think that she does get it done. Although one miscue from any of these ladies opens the door to 5, 6, 7 different women who could win this race, which is part of what makes this race so exciting. And so now we're going to move on to a couple of my others to watch here. These are a couple ladies that I've got finishing just outside the top 5 who could easily finish in the top 5, could even win the race, to be perfectly honest. And there's a number of other ladies who could finish in the top 5, in the top 3 that I don't mention today. So the field on the ladies' side is incredibly loaded, and that's part of what makes me so excited to follow along and watch this. So my first lady to watch is the USA's Kat Bradley. So she was your 2017 Western States 100 champ. She set the Grand Canyon rim-to-rim FKT, which was incredible. She did pull out of this year's Western States, citing some fatigue and injury, but from what I've read, what I've seen, you know, she is feeling better. So if she hadn't had to pull out of Western States and had a solid showing there, I would have had her up in the top 3, top 5. My only concern is where's her health at? Where is that physical fatigue at? But if she's on top of her game, she is definitely someone to watch out for, as she could finish up in the top 3 without a doubt. She's incredibly talented. She beat a really tough Western States field in 2017, so she's definitely someone to keep your eye on. And then my other kind of lady to keep an eye out for, other to watch here, is Spain's Yuki Frale. Now, she was 3rd at UTMB in 2016. She was 2nd in 2015. Seems like she could easily be up in the top 3, but she missed a lot of 2017 with a big leg injury that I believe required surgery and a long recovery. So, you know, that did give me caution. If she's 100% healthy, she could easily be in the top 5, maybe in the top 3, maybe vying for a win. You never know. My only hesitation is, how is that leg healed, and how has she regained fitness coming off of that injury that left her, you know, missing a good part of 2017. So definitely keep your eye out for her. I've got her finishing in the top 10, but outside the top 5. But again, definitely someone who could finish up inside the top 5 there. And then I'm going to leave you with one dark horse here today, and my dark horse is the US's Sally McCray. Obviously a little biased. She's a fan favorite. We love Sally over here in the US. But she did win the Tarawera 100-mile race this year. She had a strong showing. She had a strong showing at the Badwater 135. You know, she's been in big races. She's a veteran of the sport. She's likely to stay patient. If people go out too fast early on in this race, Sally could roll people in and easily finish in the top 10. So definitely keep your eye out on Sally. She's someone who I would definitely list as a dark horse here in this race. If she has a good day and things pan out, she could finish really high up in this race. So that's going to do it for our ladies preview of the UTMB race this year. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Check out my men's race preview. I will link that down below. And check out my TDS reaction video, which I will also put down below. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification button so that you get alerted anytime I upload a new video. That'll do it. I hope you all are as excited for the UTMB races this year as I am. And I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace.